everybody, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video. And in this video, I will be building the treehouse that I did properly in my latest video. In my last video, which will be linked now on the top right corner. And in this video, we are going to be properly building the treehouse. And I think a couple of you suggested actually to rebuild the treehouse in a good way. So that's what I'm doing here today. And then I'm working on the structure here, and I think overall the build was pretty easy because I did it in less than 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours like that. And it's really pretty easy, and there's a lot of landscaping. And actually in this video, in this build, actually I used the first time the waterfall that came with the Sulani build, Sulani pack, which is the island living pack, and it is the debug item. So I'm really happy to be using that because now I know how to use it, because before this I didn't really know how to use it. So for this build I actually utilized that fountain pretty well. And then I built this house. It's not functional though, but I built this house in Glimmerbrook, which is the world that came with the Witches pack. I can't remember what it's called. Realm of Magic, yeah, Realm of Magic. And this is the biggest lot, if I'm not mistaken. It is the 40 by 40 or 40 by 30 like that. And it's I've never really built on very big lots, so this build turned out pretty fine in my opinion, and I hope you guys will like it as well. And then working on the structure here, as you can see, the structure is really complicated, but if I put it together in the end, the colors and all, they blend together and all, it really looks nice in my opinion. And you can check out the screenshots at the end of the video, or you can always go to my Instagram and check out the screenshots over there as well. But for the interior, I wasn't really happy about it, but I was focusing more on the exterior anyway, so it's really heavily decorated in the outside, but in the inside it's just blobs of spaces here and there. But actually this build wasn't really inspired by anything because I randomly came up with it. And in my previous video, I just said that I just built a tree house in the shape of a tree. So I did use those round roofs over there, and I changed the texture of the roof to glass roof, so it looks kind of futuristic in a way, but it is not. And I really like Glimmerbrook actually because I've never really built in this world, but I also actually never really played the gameplay for the Realm of Magic pack especially, but I really want to try it because I am more of a builder and I don't really focus on gameplay. But I'm planning to do maybe a let's play soon, so if you wanna if you think it is a good idea for me to do let's plays, please let me know in the comments, because I'm actually thinking of doing Barbie let's plays, and then maybe build a Barbie mansion and then do a create a sim video for that, and other themes as well. So yeah, overall this build took a short time, like I said, less than 3 hours. And as you can see over here, I did the trunk of the tree, which is just a square column, and I used the brick pattern wallpaper, and I also added a tree in the middle of the house because I think it looks better with the tree. If I didn't put the tree, it would look too alien-ish for me, but I actually wanted to do a house in the shape of a tree, but I ended up putting a tree anyways just to make it look more magical and dreamy in a way. And I also added a pool to exhibit it is in the middle of a lake, and then behind that is a waterfall. And I also used a lot of debug items, but I think I forgot to add a small wooden boat. I couldn't find it in the debug menu, but yeah, I wanted to put that one, but I will post it. Maybe I will post it after this with the boat. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. So as you can see here, I did the pool properly with big structure around the tree, and it is really pretty in my opinion because you can see the gloss over there, so it's really a nice effect. And over here I'm working on the fountain, and I did use a lot of that debug item waterfall from the island living pack. And I think for the landscaping it is mostly island living and base game, because I did put a lot of flowers as well, like blue, not blue, it's purple and red and like orange and stuff like that. And as you can see over here, I put that waterfall over there and I had to use a lot of that. And it really sucks because the waterfall takes up a lot of space for the grid lines, as you can see over here. And it's really like troublesome in a way, but I think I managed to put it together pretty well in the end. And then messing with the landscaping rocks here, I really love the rocks. It's really suitable for waterfalls. But anyways, as you can see, I also added that bridge over there, which is like broken a bit. And it is from the debug base game, if I'm not mistaken. And you just have to scroll it to find it. But yeah, I wanted this scenery to make it look like it's like a dreamy scenery, but it is like surrounded by maybe ruins and like that ruined bridge over there. And I also wanted to add in the boat, but I think I will add the boat later if I have time. And just really dreamy and colorful, and it's not really inspired by anything, like I said. Oh, but the tree, I love the tree because the tree has these leaves that are falling down of it, and it's like, it reminds me of this garden that I went to in Penang Island, and they have these hanging lights, and it is actually called the Avatar Secret Garden. So it kind of looks like that, except that this tree over here doesn't really have lights. But as you can see, I'm testing out my new camera here, and I am narrating this build with the face cam, and I hope that I don't get nervous or something, because when I'm nervous I tend to stutter, so like it's really like embarrassing in a way. But yeah, if you know what I mean. But anyways, you can see that the structure is coming together pretty well, and I also added these jungle adventure wall decorations that are my favorite, and they are in red, and I contrasted the color with the green color of the plant. And this build is actually my first build after like a week of not building, because I didn't really feel like building in the first place, like I said in the previous video. But after doing that tree house over there, I actually wanted to build something like this because a couple of you suggested, and thank you for that, really, because if you didn't suggest that, I wouldn't know what to build at all. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm doing the landscaping, and the landscaping is really pretty in my opinion. I really love it. I really like landscaping with a lot of like flowers and greens and stuff like that. But I didn't put like pots and plants because I pictured that the scenery over here should be like in the middle of nowhere or like a forest. And it's really dreamy and magical, so that's why I named it a magical tree house. And it's supposed to be just a tree house, like tree space house, but yeah, when I was building this, I just thought that I should turn it into a magical house. But as you can see over here, there are like roofs that are like round shape, and they are transparent, and I imagine that the rooms are allocated for each like globe hemisphere thing. So there is a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, a bedroom, an art room, not a study room, an art room, and also like I think a living room. Did I say that? I'm not sure. But yeah, those 6 are there, and I didn't really focus on the interior because, like I said, I wanted to focus more on the exterior and make it look super colorful and dreamy, because I suck in interior design anyway, so I don't really care about that for this build. But yeah, it was like quite hard for me to furnish this house because like I said, it's not functional. So like when I playtest it, my sim could actually climb up the stairs to the second level and first level, but they couldn't enter the rooms that were allocated, so it's not functional. But the decorations are just for like decoration purposes, just to make it like a tree house, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I really hope it was functional, but it wasn't. So I wish there were actually doors for roofs. I'm not sure if you can do that in The Sims 2 cheats, but yeah, I think there should be doors for roofs, especially if you want to build like a roof like this that is straightly connected to the ground, so like it's easier for the Sims to like access the rooms. And then over here you can see that I added these grasses over here with the debug items from the Jungle Adventure Pack, and it's like I pictured that there are these hanging leaves that are falling from the side of the walls just to make it look like more blended into the jungle environment. So I did that, and then yeah, that's basically it for the exterior, I think. So we have like 7 more minutes. I think the next part we will do will be the interior. And I also added these toddler stuff lights that I actually like just randomly distributed like around the build. So you can see that it's like randomly put everywhere. But I had trouble like rotating it because it kind of like glitched, because when I rotated it, it went the other way. So like it wasn't really easy to do that. But as you can see over here, I'm starting to work on the interior, and this part is going to be the art room. And the art room is just simple. There's an art easel, an ottoman, a shelf, and a picture from the Eco Lifestyle Pack, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the art room is okay for me because it's hard to build. I mean, it's hard to decorate when there's no walls surrounding it. So like you cannot hang like pictures here and there, and maybe like hanging plants. And for the lighting of the entire build, I ended up like putting these candles on the floor, so it kind of looks like it's very like outdoorsy in a way. And I also added this table from I think Backyard Stuff movie night, not sure, but it is colorful, and I was aiming for like a very vibrant and colorful theme over here for this build. So I imagine maybe like an artist sim can live here, even though it's not accessible or not functional, but it's just a concept that I imagined. And also added that eco lifestyle paintings over there, which are supposed to be supported by a wall, but then when I put it, it only faces like front forward, so like it was kind of hard for me to figure out the space. And also I added that shelf over there from the Island Living Pack, just to make it like the painting maybe looks like it's like against that shelf, so it's pretty easy. And over here is going to be the living room, and I added that sofa over there, which is kind of a triangle shaped, and I added those bamboo wall dividers. If I'm not mistaken, it's a wall divider, or is it a normal plant? I'm not sure, but I did put that just to make it look like it's like maybe like a throne in the middle of the room. And then I also added some bean bags in this section, and also that a couple of carpets over there from the I think Tiny Living, and also added that coffee table, just a small one. I didn't really want to put a big one because it would look too bulky, so I did put that small one, the rounded one with a plant on it. And just like I really tried to clutter it up properly. And I also added some bowling pins for some reason, I'm not sure why, but I put the bowling pins like at the end of the sofa. And also like I really wanted to clutter it up, guys, just forgive me. And yeah, there, yeah, you can see there's a lot of clutter there. And also added those that drinking tray from Eco Lifestyle, and I will be adding the candle lamps that I put on the floor after this. And also use the ottoman that I used from the art room, and I just tried to match the colors in this particular section. And I also wanted to add in like maybe a standing picture, but when I put the picture, every picture that I put that is standing, it is always facing forward, so I cannot even rotate it, so I didn't do that. But yeah, someone just called me, so I'm just gonna put my phone away. And also added that I think the skull Day of the Dead themed skull lamp. Not sure which pack is it from. Maybe it's from the Holidays free pack. But as you can see, I added also those lights that are on the floor. And this section over here is going to be the bathroom, if I'm not mistaken. I will be changing those tiles to white. Yep, this is the bathroom, and the bathroom is really simple. I put like a toilet in the middle of the bushes, and I actually wanted to put the bush toilet from City Living or Get Together, if you know what I mean. It's just a bush that can be used as a toilet, but I didn't do so because it looked too weird. And also put that bathtub over there in the center, and yeah, just putting some lights over here and there. And I put those counters in a weird location where it's like facing each other in a slanted angle, but I really wanted to make it look pretty. But I don't think I did that pretty well because I'm not really good at interior design, like I said. And I also like tried to put a lot of lamps that are like nature elements, like that tree over there you saw with the two arms hanging with the lights. And I also added like a lantern from the camping pack, not sure what it's called, outdoor retreat. Yep, And this section over here is going to be the kitchen. I chose pink and white for the color scheme because it is the prettiest in my opinion. And yeah, you see that I put this counter over here which are brown, but I will be changing that to white. Yeah, you can see that right now. But yeah, for the kitchen, I also managed to like clutter it up a bit. Not too much because I didn't really want to make it look like too cluttered. But there's a lot of plants in this, and I also ended up putting like wall lights against the counter door, so it kind of looks dreamy or like dollhouse like in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think, of course, in the comments. And just it's really like pink and white and just a lot of like pastel colors as well. And I use those tools from Bowling Night, and those counters are from Realm of Magic. And I think the kitchen is also kind of nice in my opinion because it doesn't look like what I usually do, which are like brown accents and white accents. It's just really colorful and just looks super girly in my opinion, and I really like it. But yeah, I think overall the distribution of the rooms are a bit complicated because the bathroom is like downstairs and then the bathroom is like, did I say bathroom twice? I mean the bathroom is downstairs and the bedroom is upstairs. So it's kind of weird, but it is not functional anyway, so it's just okay, I guess. And I also wanted to put this carpet over here that came with City Living, which is the colorful one, but yeah, it kind of looked too artsy for me, so I didn't settle down with that. I think I just used a normal carpet, and I also ended up putting like a reindeer statue in this section, which is a bedroom for a reason. Don't know why, but yeah, I did put that just for decoration purposes. And I also put like a statue, I think, from the vampire pack, and also just clutter here and there, and also that wardrobe over there with the paintings from the Eco Lifestyle. And I managed to do that nicely because the wardrobe faces the side or front of the build. And I also added that lantern tree over there, which are the two arms with the red lanterns. And I really didn't know what to put for the space here, so I did put that reindeer over there with the sculpture. So yeah, we are 30 seconds into the build, to the end, and this is going to be the dining room. The dining room is pretty simple, and I ended up putting the TV that is supposed to be in the living room over here on the hallway table, and just clutter here and there. And we are going to be approaching the end of the video, so I really hope you guys like this build so much like I did, and I really enjoyed building this build. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.